Hey folks, this is Billy DKY, the truth seeker that simplifies and demystifies. This is going to be my video on science has limitations too. Let me start off by saying I started out as a scientist in this world and basically got into spirituality only after I realized science couldn't save my ass from myself. So anyway, let's get started. And basically, how this came about today, I was reading this book on authentic happiness. And I was just seeing, trying to open my mind up, read other books and stuff. And it's just like, I see so many fallacies behind science that it's not even funny. And I'm not saying that science is not powerful, but I'm saying science is sort of like an ignorant robot, that it just has a method. It's like they cling to the scientific method, and that's the only thing that works, and it's the only thing you can trust. You can't trust your intuition, and it's just like a slow, methodical robot. And really, science is a horrible way to find yourself, to conquer your issues and stuff like. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying you can't learn stuff from science, because it does. Even though it is sort of like a dumb robot, it does come to some rock solid information occasionally. And well, obviously you're watching this video over a computer, so it's got power. However, it is pretty ignorant in a lot of ways, and I just want to talk about some of it. Okay. So let me start off with some stuff I've said before. Science is like a politician blinding you with the details while pretending to have all the answers. Science does not have all the answers. Forget that. In science, and if you start being overly dependent, I run into way too many people who are highly dependent upon science as the only way they can know anything. And if you want to know how to really know things, it's right here in Falling the Way of Growth, which is the first link in the information section of this video. I mean, it boils down to questioning everything. Yes, I do use the scientific method. However, I only use the scientific method as much as it produces results. After it doesn't produce results, or it doesn't fit the specific problem I'm working on, I don't worry about it. I don't, it's powerful, but it's also ignorant if you use it at the wrong time. It's like, I could have the most amazing toolkit in the world to work on some car or something, but if I'm working on a relationship problem, guess what? A crescent wrench is not going to help you resolve your relationship problem unless you're trying to kill the chick by beating her upside the head. So, I mean, it's not, you got to know how to use your tools appropriately. Science has some powerful tools, but you got to use them at the right time. Again, it all boils down to you thinking for yourself. Do not use science as a crutch for thinking for yourself. Use science as a tool to help you solve problems and understand things. What I find with people is they lean way too much on science and give science way too much credit. They're just as dependent on science as religious people are on religion, or on their chosen faith. So science is religion. And again, it's all about trying to learn. Science is a vehicle to learn. Religion is, all these religions are a vehicle to try to understand and perceive the truth. But at the end of the day, reality is your teacher. And you should be learning it. You should be learning to make yourself independent of science and all that. I'm not saying, again, I'm not saying you can't use it. I'm just saying and you should be looking to be, if you really like what I'm saying and you say, yes, this guy's got what it takes, he knows what's going on, you should be trying to free yourself from me even. That's what a real truth seeker does. A real truth seeker frees you from everything so you can learn for yourself. Okay. And so here's what I say. Science is so deep in the forest that it can't see the forest. I mean, so many times they're so caught up in details, they can't give you any real help. You have to read a whole book and you get like 2 or 3 points out of it that's worthwhile. And you think, yeah, I read something, but I didn't learn nothing, So it's like, yeah, I wasted some time. I could have wasted time on my own. So anyway, that's that. Here's what science does too a lot of times. Science tries to force an answer instead of letting it come to them. And again, that's what Falling the Way of Growth is. You have a certain amount of things you're supposed to learn for this day. And when you're trying to learn something that's not really what you're supposed to be learning, then you're missing out on what you should have been learning. Again, every day you're meant to learn something. Just be open to it. Be open, and you're going to see something that's different, a little different than you. You're going to see it a little different. You have questions. Just ask it and perceive and try to understand. And it's just, again, and it goes back to these principles. Seek harmony and peace. Principle 8. And again, link in the first link in the information section video. Here's a big problem with science. science ignores intuition except backed up by numbers. I mean, a lot of stuff that science has discovered in the last 100 years, it's already been known a long, long, long time ago. I mean, thousands of years ago. And it's like, but I mean, don't get me wrong, science does have some, it does follow the tree principle or baby steps, and that you just acquiring real knowledge and building upon it, which obviously not everything that we acquire through science is real knowledge. Some of it's, you know, it's not right. It's manipulated by companies trying to make their stuff look good. Just, you know, it's just heretic stuff. Again, I said science is almost like a dumb robot. And again, I've got my marker board here, things I want to talk about. Yeah, it's funny. Science is so caught up in its method that it ignores the obvious facts. I mean, I can't think of an example right now, but I know it does. It just like it ignores the bigger picture. It doesn't even understand what the universe is about, and it goes around arrogantly thinking it knows everything. Just because you can put things in an equation don't mean you understand it or how to apply it to your life. Science has a lot of issues, a lot of arrogance, a lot of stupidity, and it's just a lot of ego. And a lot of scientists I've seen, they don't live what they preach. It's like going to the doctor and have a doctor telling you about health when he's overweight, fat, and gluttonous. So, I mean, science has got a whole bunch of arrogance in it. You have a whole bunch of arrogant people in it. So again, use science as much as you can, but no more. So here and again, and I've said this before, I already said that. Again, think for yourself. Use the scientific method as much as possible. Basically, science has lost touch with intuition. It ignores all intuition stuff at all. Oh, it's all just old wives' tales and stuff. Again, you got to know how to protect yourself in this world from stupidity, even for people who seem like they're really smart and have all the details. So you'll be like the Catholic Church. They'll screw you up. In my opinion, science is strong and science is weak. It just depends on what it's dealing with. You got to know how to use it appropriately. You got to know when it's stupid and you got to know when it's smart. And really, again, it goes back to you thinking for yourself. It never gets away from that. Scientists need to learn from themselves. You know, scientists are so caught up in their methods. It's like, oh man, they're just as ignorant as religious people. Seriously. I've talked to plenty of scientists, and I swear they think they know everything. Their shit's the bomb. And again, if their shit was the bomb, I would not have done this. I fell into that trap. I gave science a full try. Science didn't lead me down the right roads. It didn't give me the methods and techniques I needed to free my mind. Let's see what else I need to say here. Again, science needs a spiritual awakening. It needs to learn to pay respect to intuition. I mean, it does have great power. However, it has great stupidity too. Just like a robot or a computer. A computer has great abilities, but it's also completely stupid in so many ways. Okay, let me just see what I got else to say here. Science will never grasp the essence until it has a spiritual awakening. Imagine a world where science becomes more spiritual and spirituality becomes more scientific. Again, they're all doing the same thing. So, I mean, it's stupid. You know, science always thinks that religion is completely hogwash, but it's not. There is some powerful things in religion. You got to know how to use things appropriately. Okay, let me see. I got a couple more things here. Okay. Yeah, I think that's it. I think it's all. Yeah, that's all I really want to say. Anyway, like I said, I was reading this book, and I wasn't going to do a video, but it's just, I get so tired of science, man. It's like I say, it's like talking to a dumb robot a lot of times. Oh, we can't know. We haven't tested that yet. Can you not? Have you not lived the last years of your life? Can you not look at your own personal experience and know things? If you can't, that's pretty damn stupid, and you need to realize you're stupid. Then you can start working on not being stupid. It's just... Anyway, that's all I really wanted to say. I want to have me a little science rant. Till the next video. Later.